the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's our topic is method for computing Zi minus G inverse in the unit number 2, continuous time state space system to the discrete time state space analysis. In the last session, we will study about the how to find out the solution of continuous time state space system to the discrete time state space system, and then we will derive the equation of the discrete time state space analysis. As you know, in the continuous time system, the state equation is x dot is equal to ax plus bu with respect to time. When we deal with the discretization system, the system equation will become x of k plus 1, that is equal to g x of k plus h u of k, where k is our sample and t is our sampling period. So today's our topic is method for computing Zi minus G inverse. So first of all, what is the equation of Zi minus G inverse? So as you see here, the Zi minus G inverse is equal to adjoint of Zi minus G upon mode of Zi minus G. So we will derive the equation of adjoint of Zi minus G and mode of Zi minus G. So first of all, what is the equation of mode of Zi minus G? So here you can see that mode of Zi minus G, that is equal to Z inverse plus A1 Z n minus 1 plus A2 Z raised to n minus 2 up to An. So first of all, we will know about the value of A1, A2 and An. After that, we will find the value of mode of Zi minus G. So what is the equation of A1? So A1 is equal to minus TRG. Here you can see that the TR is the trace of the matrix. Now how we can find the value of the trace? So whenever we find the trace of the particular matrix, so trace is the sum of the diagonal element. So equation of A1 is equal to minus TRG, and the value of the G matrix is given in the particular example. Okay, so what is the trace? Trace TR of n cross n matrix is the sum of its diagonal element. Now what is the equation of A2? So A2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 TR GH1. So as you know, the value of the G is given in the example. Now how we can find the value of H1? So for that, here H1 is equal to G plus A1 I. Okay, A1 that we have find earlier, and G matrix is given in this example. So put the value of G and A1 in this matrix, and I is our unit matrix. So we can easily find the value of H1. Now the next equation is A3. A3 is equal to minus 1 by 3 trace G into H2. And what is the equation of H2? So H2 is equal to G into H1 plus A2I. So you have already know the value of G and H1 and A2. So put the value of G, H1 and A2 in this particular equation, and we can easily find the value of H2. Now the next one is how to find the value of A3. So A3 is equal to minus 1 by 3 trace GH2. If we have find the value of A4, so the equation of A4 is equal to minus 1 by 4 TR G into H3. So up to An, we can get the value of the element of A. So An is equal to minus 1 by n TR G Hn minus 1. And what is the equation of Hn minus 1? So Hn minus 1 is equal to G into Hn minus 1 plus An minus 1 I. And what is the equation of Hn? Hn is equal to G Hn plus An into I. Okay, so Hn is equal to G into Hn minus 1 plus An I. Now the next target is we have to find the value of adjoint of Zi minus I, G. So what is the equation of adjoint of Zi minus G? That is equal equal to I into Z n minus 1 plus h1 z raised to n minus 2 plus h3 h2 z n minus 3 up to h n minus 1. So this is the method to find out the value of Zi minus Z inverse. Now the next one is determine Zi minus Z inverse, where the G matrix is given 0.1, 0.10, 0.3, minus 0.1, minus 0.2, 0, minus 0.3. So first of all, we have to find the value of A1. So the equation of A1 is equal to minus TRG. Okay, so put here the value of G, and here you can see that what is the trace? It is the sum of the diagonal element. So in this diagonal element is 0.1, minus 0.1 and minus 0.3. So we can simply add the value 0.1 plus in the bracket minus 0.1 plus in this bracket minus 0.3. So it's become 0.1, 0.1 cancel out and we can get minus 0.3. Now here you can see that is equal to minus TR. So minus plus we can get the answer 0.3. So value of A1 is equal to 0.3. Now next we have to find the value of H1. Okay, so H1 is equal to G plus A1 into I. G matrix that is already given in this question. So put the value of G in this equation, and plus A1 is equal to 0.3 that we have already find, and I matrix is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So first of all we have to multiply 0.3 into the I matrix. So the matrix will become 0.3 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And then next we have to add the G matrix. So we can get 0.1 plus 0.6 becomes 0.4, 0.1 into 0, plus 0 that is equal to 0.1, 0 plus 0 that is equal to 0, 0.3 plus 0 that is equal to 0.3, minus 0.1 plus 0.3 is equal to 0.2, minus 0.2 plus 0 is equal to minus 0.2, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 makes 0, and minus 0.3 plus 0.3 makes 0. So this is our H1 matrix. Okay, now next we have to find the value of A2. What is the equation of A2? A2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 trace GH1. So first of all we can put the value of G and H1 in this equation. Then next we have to multiply the matrix G and H1, and then we have to find the trace of this matrix, and the last step is we have to divide this value by 2. Okay, so first of all write down the value of G and H1 in this equation. Okay, now multiplication of this matrix. Okay, G and H1. So what is the answer? So minus 1 by 2 into trace as it is, and we can get here multiplication of 0.1, 0.10, 0.3, minus 0.1, minus 0.2, 0, 0, minus 0.3, 0.4, 0.10, 0.3, 0.2, minus 0.2, and 0, 0, 0. We have multiplied these two matrices and we can get the answer 0.07, 0.03, minus 0.02. You have to calculate this matrix and find the value like this: 0.09 minus 0.01, 0.02, 0, 0. Okay, now we have to find the trace of this matrix. So 0.07 plus in this bracket minus 0.01 plus 0. So we can get 0.04. So it is the divide by 2 value. So we can get A2 is equal to 0.04. Now next target is we have to find the value of H2. So H2 is equal to G into H1 plus A2I. We have already the value of G, H1 and A2. So put the value of the G, H1 and A2 in this equation. We can get 0.03, 0.03 minus 0.02, 0.09 minus 0.03, 0.02, 0, 0 minus 0.04. Okay. Now the next question is at what time this value is targeted. So whenever the value gets 0, we can stop this method. So the next is we have to find the value of A3. So A3 is equal to minus 1 by 3 press GH2. Put the value of GH2 in this equation and then divide by 3 using this multiplication and find the trace of this system. So here whenever we multiply the G and H2, we can get the matrix like 0 0.012 0 0 0 0 0.012 0 0 0 0.012. Now we have to find the value of the trace. So 0.012 plus 0.012 plus 0.012 and then we have to divide by 3, so we can get minus 0.012. So this is the value of A3. Now next we have to find the value of H3. So H3 is equal to GH2 plus A3I. Put the value of GH2 that we have already find in the above equation. So directly put this matrix in the H3 equation. The value of A3 is equal to minus 0.012 and I matrix, so we can get GH2 minus 0.012 into I. Whenever we multiply this GH2 and then subtract this 0.02 into I matrix, we can get the value H3 is equal to 0. So you have to find this value and so see that the value of H3 that we have become 0. We can get 0. So now the next is we have to find the value of adjoint of Zi minus Z inverse. So first of all we have to make the equation of adjoint of Zi minus Z inverse. So first of all, what is the equation of adjoint of Zi minus Z? So here you can see that adjoint of Zi minus Z, that is equal to I into Zn minus 1 plus H1 Zn minus 2 up to Hn minus 1. Here our maximum value of H is 2. Okay, so we can write the equation in the last term. So adjoint of Z, here you can see that the value of H3 is 0. Okay, so we can put here H2 into Z raised to 0 plus H1 into Z raised to 1 plus IZ square. If we can get the value of H3. So what is the equation of adjoint of Zi minus Z? So adjoint of Zi minus Z, that is equal to H3 plus H2 into Z plus H1 into Z square plus IZ cube. So always we have to write the equation in the last to first position. Whatever the value of H, that type of equation we have to write here. So for this our particular example, the equation of the adjoint of Zi minus Z is equal to I Z square plus H1 Z plus H2. What is the I matrix? It is the 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 into Z square. What is the H1 matrix? It is 0.4 0.10 0.3 0.2 minus 0.2 0 0 0 into Z plus H2 is equal to 0.03 0.03 minus 0.02 0.09 minus 0.03 0.02 00 minus 0.04. So first of all we have to multiply the Z square with the I matrix, Z with the H1 matrix, and then we have to add the matrix. So the final answer is Z square plus 0.4 Z plus 0.03, then 0.1 Z plus 0.03, and the last is minus 0.02. In the next row we can get 0.3 Z plus 0.09 because the term Z square is becomes 0. The next is Z square plus 0.2 Z minus 0.03, and the next is minus 0.2 Z plus 0.02 because here you can see that in the I matrix the Z square will be multiplied with the 0. Now in the last row we can get 0 0 and the Z square minus 0.04. Okay, so using the equation of adjoint of Zi minus Z and using the value of H1 H2, we can find the value of adjoint of zi minus c. Now next is we have to find the value of zi minus z inverse. And what is the equation of zi minus z inverse? It is the adjoint of zi minus z upon mode of zi minus c. So what is the equation of mode of zi minus c? So here you can see that we have to find the value of a3. So same, we have to start with the last term, a3 into z raised to 0 plus a2 z raised to 1 plus a1 z square plus z cube. Okay, so the equation will become z cube plus a1 z square plus a2 z plus a3. Okay, so put the value of a1, a2, a3 in this equation. We can get z cube plus 0.3 z square minus 0.04 z minus 0.012. Okay, now the last step is put the value of adjoint of zi minus z and mode of zi minus z in this equation. We can get the value of zi minus z inverse. So whenever we deal with the state space analysis in the discrete domain, the compulsory we have to find the value of zi minus z inverse. And whenever we deal with the zi minus z inverse, we can find the value of adjoint A and the mode of zi minus z. Clear? In the next session, we will study about the different value of g and h there, and then we have to find the value of zi minus z inverse, as well as we have to find the value of input x of k as well as the output equation y of k. Okay, thank you everyone.